to Full-Time Banter episode 36. I would say the Oreo Fantasy Football is back, but Riz still isn't here. I miss you, mate. So tonight, my friend, we are back in black at the end of a tricky period of double game weeks. So let's get cracking and start through the riffraff. You're here with me, the big balls rocker, who's a bit of a heat seeker, Liam. And to my right, the man for whom a double game week isn't a touch too much, and definitely doesn't beat around the bush, Tarek.
Try not to.
No.
Try not to beat around the bush. I'm just trying to digest it all. I'm trying to figure out the band because I'm clueless at the moment.
And to my left, or would be to my left, the man who likes his dirty deeds done dirt cheap and will leave you thunderstruck with his FPL knowledge, Riz. So, for those about to FPL, we salute you, so make sure you listen closely and shoot to thrill, because it's a long way to the top if you want a sausage roll. But T, before we find out if it's been a whole lot of rosy or highway to hell, what's coming up on the show?
Highway to
There you
hell.
go.
Okay.
What is the band?
AC/DC?
Yes, good lad, good
AC/DC.
lad.
Hey. Surprised I got that. I'm quite pleased with
I left that
myself.
one till the end because I thought I'm throwing a few
Yeah.
odd balls at the start. So.
Back to Black, I recognise that one, but I couldn't at all
Yeah.
got the band off that. But no, I'm cracking, I love that. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame if we started this so late. It would have been good to have done it from the start of the season. But yes, hello, welcome. Follow us on YouTube, Full-Time Banter. Like, share and subscribe, and follow us on Twitter at FullTimeBanter7. We'll just put up a nice, neat little tweet as I walked in. Liam, a bit of a shocked face on, so you'll have to get on Twitter to see what that's about. But, double game week 32.
Double game week, double bubble, a lot of toil and trouble.
Definitely. Because I tell you what, it's absolutely awful. I mean, we're recording on Wednesday night now, so the final three fixtures of double game week 32 are underway. Currently, Chelsea are 0-0 at home to Brighton.
Figures?
Yeah, although Hazard plays, and Giroud, Higuain has been dropped or has he been rested? We don't know, we don't care. Man City are 1-up against Cardiff. Kevin De Bruyne with a Laporte assist, so you've got Laporte, lucky you. They could well have scored within 10 seconds apparently. Phil Foden playing as well there.
Oh,
and Spurs in their brand new shiny Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Disgraceful.
0-0 against Crystal Palace. Why is it disgraceful? Quickly, tell us.
I said last week, unfair to other teams that have played it. When they're ready, they've got to go into a new stadium. It's either going to work well for Spurs, they'll get a new bounce, or Spurs may struggle. So fair enough, a bit of a mixed bag, but I think it's massively a cock-up. Should have waited.
True, I suppose, yeah, but I don't know, for some reason the FA or whoever, UEFA wanted them to play at least 5 games, yeah, God knows. Apparently Anthony Joshua might have a fight there as well pretty soon, so they're trying to rake in some of that $1 billion they've spent on it.
Fucking. There's the NFL pitch as well, isn't there, that sits there permanently. The football pitch goes over the top of it.
I have no idea.
Which to me takes the piss. Like, the football is the bread and butter, the NFL comes over once a season.
Yeah,
2,
God knows.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, I'll start with a short episode.
But here's where we stand currently in double game week 32. It's just going, absolutely pear-shaped.
Yeah. Tits up. Tits.
Yeah, five red arrows in 5 consecutive red arrows for me.
Mate, you've really got enough for a bloody squadron.
5 red arrows.
Chucks away.
Currently relegation form. Yeah, a bit like Spurs, honestly.
The Spurs would be.
Yeah. So currently I'm 54 points. As I say, 5th consecutive red arrow by about another 45,000. So I'm currently around about 237, which shocked. I'm down to 21st in the Full-Time Banter League.
Mate.
Yes.
You're coming to
me. I know. On the positives, Jack is up into the top 10 currently.
Yeah,
stays there.
Triple captain of Aguero.
Yeah. And I have left to play tonight Edison, Schlupp, Louise, Sterling, who is benched, Hazard, and Kane. And Aguero's not even in the squad.
No.
So I'm praying for miracles tonight, yeah? I believe in miracles. Yes. Yourself?
63 points currently. Currently a green arrow of 120k, which is pretty tasty, but not what I was hoping for. I think in our league I've not moved up as much as I thought.
I've actually gone down to 67th, which means Miguel is ahead of you now in 64th.
I think I've got green though. I've got green.
You have got green arrow, but is it a green up to 67th?
Yeah.
All right, I might be wrong then. But yeah, you're 67th.
I was stuck on 69. Snigger.
Yeah.
So still to play, much the same as T, to be honest. Edison Schlump, as it keeps correcting to in my phone. Schlump. Millie, Sterling and Hazard. So hoping for a bit of a Crystal Palace bounce there.
Hopefully Schlupp could have scored very early on, which would have been great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another Millie penalty will do me.
I mean, if I hit 70 points, I think that's the best I can hope for.
Yeah.
Realistically. So it's been absolutely shocking.
Not been a lot to go on, has there?
Yeah, honestly, since like game week 28, it's just been awful. That blank 27 was okay, and then it's just been downhill, and I don't know what's going wrong. I mean, I was going to ask quickly for thoughts, any lessons learnt in the double game weeks in the past few weeks?
I don't think I'm going to do this free hit again. I think it's been a lot of... I probably will do, because it does make sense, but it's been a lot of hassle for not a lot of reward.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just yeah.
I mean, it's bizarre this season, because in past seasons, it's a strategy that's absolutely paid dividends.
Yeah.
It's worked.
I feel like I should take some of the blame. It's the first time I've done this
Right.
strategy, so I might be the jinx. If I am, I do apologise to everybody out there.
Oh, yeah, but it's God knows what's gone wrong. I mean, the only things I can quickly highlight is maybe now not to give as much credence to the teams who are playing twice, because what we found has happened is there's been rotation. So Lindelof didn't play and then got me 1 point yesterday.
I think there was something about you got death threats from Swedish.
Yes, something. Yeah, he got death threats from somebody. I
He
think.
pulled out of the Swedish squad, I think, and then
Right.
if he played for United, so some Swedish fans kicking off.
He's just had a baby, for crying out loud. You know what I mean? Give the guy a break. I mean, yeah, fair enough, he plays for United, but just, it's just a bloody game.
So that might have been a good choice. I
Get
don't
over
know.
yourselves. Yeah. But you only got 1 point because United were crap yesterday.
We were.
Yeah, so maybe not focus as much, and I'm going to focus solely on form players. Yeah, so whether they've got a single game week, whether they've got a double. Coming up now for the 35 double.
We'll come on to that in a bit, but
Yeah.
I fully buy into that theory, I think.
Yeah.
Your mate Hazard, how did that go? I got him in as well.
He was on the bench first game, came on, got 2 points. Yeah.
I think so.
Chelsea should have drawn that game. We were miles offside. I mean, talk
Yeah.
about the one about Milner being offside. Bloody hell. He was playing a different game.
Williams afro, if he had a tight haircut, if it was a regulation army haircuts, would have been alright.
So form over fixtures, essentially the message there.
I think so, yeah.
And not going to fall for the big name trap. Not going to go for the big names of Hazard, and because I've been kind of guilty of that. Maybe I've been looking too closely at Twitter and the teams on there and stuff. I should have gone with my own intuition, which is what I'm going to do from now on. Having said that, if I hadn't have got Hazard and stuck with gone with Mane, as I said, because if you remember, I put up 3 teams: the Mane team, the Hazard, and a Quaynard one, which just to show you, I went with the Hazard one. And then I missed out on Delafeu because for some reason I missed a 0.1 rise on him in midweek somewhere. Didn't even see it.
It did shoot, yeah.
So I ended up having to get Ward Prowse in instead, who didn't do anything either.
JWP.
But yeah, Hazard instead, if I'd have got Mane, he would have got the same points. He only got 2
So
as
you
well.
got lost out.
So yeah, it's just been crap regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, smaller name players did very well. Milivojevic for you.
Did me very well. I didn't realise that he took the penalty. I know he does, but I somehow missed his name come up on Soccer Saturday, and then 20 minutes later I went, bloody hell.
Yeah. So the smaller players and the smaller teams are doing well. Jota and Jimenez. I mean, Jimenez is up there. I think he's in top 5 or top 3 even for points for strikers now.
Yeah.
So he's banging him in. Yeah. So, but let's move on. We're moving on to Game Week 33, which I'll tell you right now, deadline is Friday night. Liverpool play Southampton. Yes, Southampton at home, Liverpool away to them. 8 o'clock kickoff, so the deadline is 7 o'clock Friday night. So make sure you don't get caught out. How many players have you got playing? Both of us have 11 plus 1, I think.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
So we're good to go. Hopefully the rest of you are. If you aren't, all those people who free hit last time in the blank, I wonder what you're going to do now. You're going to take hits. What you're going to do, which players are you going to get in? I mean, I'll put our 2 teams up. This is where they stand currently. And we might as well tell you now, I was going to save it till the end of the section, but we've both just spoken about it. We're going to make the same transfer, essentially, which is get the hell rid of Felipe Anderson.
Big fail.
Yeah.
He's going.
He's done nothing. He's done jack shit for several weeks in my team, and now he's injured.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get rid of him. We're both going to get rid of him for
Tielemans.
Yeah, of Leicester, who is 6.1 million now. He's gone up 0.1. Looking good. We'll give you some other... Well, let's go through them then. For those people who are looking for some transfers to make for Blank Game Week 33, here's the fixtures. Let's put up the fixtures for you. Yeah, and I'll read them out. Southampton at home to Liverpool on Friday night. On Saturday, there are 3 games. Bournemouth home to Burnley. Huddersfield home to Leicester. Newcastle home to Crystal Palace. On the Sunday, just the one game. Everton at home to Arsenal. And then Monday night, Chelsea at home to West Ham. West Ham are on holiday.
Yeah.
Lanzarote.
It's Easter half term, like coming up.
They're off, so let's go through the teams. Liverpool, most people have the defensive double up, Trent or Robertson or Van Dijk. Some even have Alisson, but Alisson's out of form.
He is massively. I don't look at his form today. I think he's only about 2.3 points is the form, which just getting the shit out of me. Terrified me, to be honest.
I'm going to go through all the form players currently as it stands right at the end, so hang on for that. But the pick, it's got to be, I'm not even going to say Salah, it's got to be Mane now.
Yeah, this is, I'll come on to the end what I'm going to do, because I'm going to do something else as well.
Okay.
Tenterhooks for that. But Mane to Salah, I'm not going to do it yet, but it is coming.
Salah to Mane.
That is the way around, yes, I meant. Good God. Salah is done. I think he's out of whack and trying too hard, and Mane is the one to get in. There is no...
Yeah, what it looks like from most games I've seen is that Salah's being doubled up on, which is opening up the space on the other side for Mane.
Yeah, but with the skill that he has, I would...
Yeah, he's still only 2 goals behind Aguero. He's in for the Golden Boot still, and he's having a bad season. Yeah. This is the thing.
We are very negative on players that are having a bad time of it, but in fact, he's not doing...
Firmino I wouldn't pump for. There's better striking options, which we'll mention to you, talk about. Bournemouth at home to Burnley. Do we trust Burnley at all?
Not after what they did at the weekend.
No, they've gone out of form again.
Burnley could do anything, couldn't they?
They had a tiny little purple patch. Yeah. Where, the likes of Dwight McNeil.
An indigo patch, a violet one. No,
okay.
I wouldn't say purple.
Washed out.
Yeah. Washed out.
Ashley Barnes and the like came to the fore but disappeared again. So, from Bournemouth, your picks I've put down, Fraser at 6.2, Wilson and King, who are both 6.5. Any of those or any others take your fancy?
I think Brooks is the only one, but with Bournemouth, whichever one I've gone for, it's always been the other ones that have that have done it. So I'm not going to tell you any names to you. Just go with whichever one you think I wouldn't go for, and you'll do all right.
I currently have Fraser in my team.
I have, Fraser.
We both do.
Fraser and Wilson for me. So maybe go for King and Brooks. That's what I'd recommend then, because that's what's going to come in.
Right, Brooks. I'd say possibly have a look at if that's where your budget's leading you.
Yeah, well, I'm just going the opposite of what I've got.
Right. Because Brooks has been injured, his form's not great, his stats aren't great either at the moment, so be wary with that. I'd personally plump for Fraser if you have the money.
Yeah.
Leicester at home to Huddersfield. Now, this to me actually looks like the best fixture.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It really does.
Regardless of Chelsea home to West Ham. I think Leicester are the team to punt on here this week.
What do you call me?
Such a lovely fella. Punt. Tielemans, as we've said, 6.1 million.
Saving $1 million there if you're going down from Anderson, I think.
Yeah, definitely. 7.1 or 7.2, yeah. Maddison, who's 6.8, who more expensive, but does actually have the better underlying stats, but not as much in terms of output, in terms of points as Tielemans in the last couple of weeks. And then, of course, there's Vardy, who I have in my team. I'm very pleased about.
Well, that is the other transfer I'm going to make. I'm doing another hit.
Oh, okay.
This is my third -4 of the season. I've become...
You'll be surprised that I'm not going to take a hit this week.
No. I wish. The tracking marks are getting higher and higher up my inner thigh to hide them. But yeah, I'm getting rid of... Well, I'll tell you who I'm getting rid of. Aubameyang.
I was going to say he's not in form at all.
Yeah, from Arsenal. Sorry, just to jump ahead, mate. But from Arsenal, there's nobody in there that I would be leaping on. And Aubameyang, I was looking at her and I went, I might keep him minutes against Everton, but Everton have turned around a little bit recently.
We'll talk about that.
Yes. And Aubameyang, I just looked and went, I'm not too harsh. And I thought, Vardy, might do Vardy. And then the more I looked at it, the more I went, this looks like a very viable week to take a hit to get Tielemans and Vardy in. And then their fixtures get worse towards the end, Leicester. So if I'm going to wild card, bring them both in now for 2 weeks. Newcastle next week. It makes sense.
It does. If you're not aware, Huddersfield are already officially relegated
as nothing to play for.
As our Fulham last night. Tielemans, Maddison, Vardy's 9 million. Newcastle, I have Rondon.
Rondon is the only one for me. There's South American boys, Almiron Perez maybe, but they're all
I wouldn't really recommend them,
No, they're all out of form really, apart from Rondon.
Super Rondon. Crystal Palace, I currently don't have any of their players in my squad, and I don't think I'd be able to shift any out, or I'd want to get any in for 33. But wildcard 34 consideration, definitely. But the players we're looking at are Jeffrey Schlupp 4.5, Wan-Bissaka also 4.5, who actually his stats are not as good as Schlupp's recently. As you know, Palace's defensive stats aren't great, although Gaeta is doing okay. Patrick Van Aanholt 5.5 scored on the weekend, he did on the weekend. Milivojevic also scored 6.3. Expect him to rise in price. You need to keep an eye on price rises.
Yeah.
Zaha 6.9. Okay, but there's better options. And Batshuayi 6.5. Also better options.
Yeah, I think the two there that leap out for me really are Schlupp and Milivojevic.
Yeah.
As we said before, Schlupp 4.5, playing more attacking in midfield at the minute. So the potential should be there more for goals and assists. And Milivojevic 6.3, good pricing. There's other ones that are 6.1 maybe that you could fit in, but 6.3 is not a big stretch at all.
Yeah, they're still getting the penalties and he's still scoring them. Just a quick one then. Chelsea have scored at home to Brighton. Giroud. With Hudson-Odoi.
He's on the bench. He's on
a lot of people's bench. 4.2. Hudson-Odoi has got the assist. Still nothing from Hazard. On to Everton. And now Everton. I famously hate on Everton.
You do. You famously hate on Pickford in particular. Were you the one fighting him in this pub? I bet you were the one.
Well, Pickford, here's the thing. Everton have got 4 out of the last 5 clean sheets.
Yeah.
Doing very well. So Everton's defence are actually, good to get on. Pickford is actually the informed goalkeeper.
37 points in the last 6. He's got 6 points a game, 4 clean sheets.
4.9 million. So I'm going to say it here.
I had him.
Yeah.
Could have stuck with.
Well, that was a long time ago.
It was a long time.
Yeah. So Pickford, very good option, as are both their fullbacks, Coleman and Digne, both 5.2. Not so much for attacking. Well, Coleman did get an assist, I think, but they're actually keeping clean sheets. Yeah. So if you want to look at that, and the only attacker who's doing well for them is Sigurdsson, 7.3.
Yeah, Richarlison's doing okay.
He's tailored a bit. Somebody put on a graph of this season and last season, and they're virtually identical, and they're both dropping off. So you do so at your own risk. I do not endorse. I don't endorse Richarlison at all. Arsenal. Now here's a surprise one.
Jay
Leno. Yeah. Let's have a look. He is second most informed striker alongside Edison, and he's 4.8. Keeper, Leno.
Not striker. Yeah.
Did I say striker? Keeper, yeah. So he will be coming in my wildcard because I currently have Fabianski, who is also 4.8.
Slappy handy.
Yeah, I mean I might get less for him at selling price, 4.7 or 4.6, but I'm going to be going for Leno as a replacement for him.
Interesting.
Because Arsenal's fixtures aren't half bad. If you have a look,
they are very nice, aren't they?
In the next 5, they have no games against the big 6.
That is the worry that I have with Arsenal, because like I said, I'm going to get rid of Aubameyang for Vardy, and then Vardy will probably go within 2 weeks. But then I don't know whether to go back to Aubameyang because Arsenal's fixtures look that nice.
I can help you out here because it's actually Lacazette who I'd recommend. 9.3.
Yeah, a lot cheaper.
Yeah, a lot cheaper, and with their fixtures coming up, might do better. I mean, Vardy's currently outperforming him marginally. But Lacazette would be a good shout.
Yeah, I think the stats were backing it up as 4 goals and 3 assists in the last 6. So that's a lot better than Aubameyang. Aubameyang's a real all or nothing, I find. He either gets a brace and gets you 15 points, or does.
Well, he hasn't done that for a long time.
I think 8 game weeks, I think, was the last double points he's got, and that was 12, 8 game weeks ago, and nothing since then. Because
the other thing to remember is the fixture congestion now. They've got the Europa League games as well.
They do.
2-0 to Man City, let's see who scored. Sane.
I nearly brought him in, bastard.
For all those people who did a Jesus assist, no good to anybody. Carry on. Let's hope second half Sterling comes on.
Yep.
Yeah. And the final 2, Chelsea and West Ham. I'm not bringing anybody in. No. I'm getting rid of Louise. I won't have. Basically, on my wild card, I don't think I'll have anybody from either of those 2 teams.
Louise has been given a very big stay of execution by myself and T. Because every week we sort of repeat ourselves on a few players I've found, but with Louise we've gone, I don't know what to do. There's the potential for attacking options. Yeah, and Chelsea will keep a clean sheet and they fucking win like 2-1 and Louise doesn't do anything.
I know, yeah.
But he stays in because of the potential for it. Like you said, he's one that he's getting binned out.
Definitely.
Chelsea, they're just pissing me off in general. Sarri's doing a Mourinho and wanting to leave. He's pissing off the fans, isn't he? Not playing players. It's just a shit show.
Yeah, so in the game week 34 wildcard, I will not be having Chelsea or West Ham players. Before we go on to talk about some suitable options for the wildcard then, captain pick for blank game week 33.
I will be getting in Vardy and Tielemans, and it's probably going to be Vardy.
You know what? This is going to seem like pretty lame. We're going for the same. We've got virtually the same team.
We don't talk about this, honestly.
Same transfers, and we're going for the same captain. Because I was going to say, to hell with the popular safe pick of Salah. Yeah, he's the most popular choice again.
No,
not going with Salah, even though he's in my team. I'm gonna go all out on Vardy and expect him to do well against Huddersfield.
If he doesn't, I'm gonna boot off royally.
Doesn't seem to be too many other options. I mean, the other options are Salah or Mane against Southampton, or if you're brave enough to go for a Liverpool defender. But I think Southampton will actually give us a game.
I think so, yeah, because they're going to be safe, aren't they? They've got nothing to lose. They might raise themselves, you know.
Yeah, the players have been coming out in praise of Hasenhüttl, saying they all love his style. They've got an identity. They look forward to coming into training and to matches.
Yeah, and I've got a bit of a soft spot for Southampton, although the transfer policy has pissed me off over the years, because where could they be now if they weren't doing that and being your B team?
You can say that about West Ham.
Yeah, to be fair. But
you can say about Spurs for all the players they've sold to.
Very true, yeah. But yeah, Southampton, fair play to them. I like you said, I'm expecting them to give Liverpool a go.
A tough game.
There's nobody there, not even Robertson, that I've gone, that might be worth a punt. There's nobody that leapt out.
Yeah, I mean, of our final run-in, this game, Southampton, and our last game of the season, Wolves at home, are the 2 I'm kind of dreading.
Wolves. They dipped us over last night. To be honest, just a brief aside, I wasn't angry about that.
Yeah.
Because the Wolves, if you look at the form against the other big 6 teams, it's damn good.
Smashed it,
Yeah, so fair play. I think, obviously you get pissed off if your team loses, but I couldn't be annoyed, you know what I mean?
They could well be in Europe, depending on if City win the FA Cup, then it's down to 7 places. So
fair play.
That'd be great to see him in Europe. But yeah, we're not going for Hazard. We're not going for any Arsenal players. In fact, Arsenal not even. Are they playing? Yes, they're away to Everton, so that'll be a tough one. Vardy, safe pick. Yeah,
Vardy.
We want to go for Maddison or Tielemans, but I think Vardy is a safe pick there.
Yeah.
Moving on then, quickly. Game week 34 wildcard thoughts, because here are the double games in 35, bearing in mind what I've already said about double game weeks. In game week 35, City play Tottenham at home and United away. Tottenham are at home to City obviously, and then away to City and then home to Brighton. Arsenal have Palace at home and then Wolves away. United have Everton away and then the City game at home. come on United, we need you to get the result there.
It's such an awkward one, isn't it? Because I think most United fans want City to win the league, but I think the derby you've just got to take as a derby. You can't look at that as a fixture like that.
I'm hoping, praying United get something there.
It's so annoying, so fucking annoying.
Wolves at home to Brighton and then at home to Arsenal.
Fair play with that. That is a good week for them, I think.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Watford are away to Huddersfield and then home to Southampton. Southampton away to Newcastle first and then away to Watford. And Brighton away to Wolves and away to Tottenham. Tough fixtures. So your thoughts on any of those? Any players already coming to mind you want to go for?
Just briefly touch on it then, but I think Wolves, we just said about the results they've had against the top 6 this season, and against Brighton as well. I mean, Burnley beat them, didn't they? But again, they got their eye in the FA Cup. I think that's the only thing that could stymie them.
Well, they were supposed to. The popular theory was that they were going to rest a lot of players because of this FA Cup fixture in this current double game week, but they haven't.
No.
Yeah.
I think the further they get, it might crop up a bit more. But yeah, Jimenez, I think is the main one, isn't he? He's one of the, you just said, top 3 best striker returns.
Yeah.
He's
6.8 million.
Banging form, 6.8. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, my wildcard front line has been looking fit. Free hit. For Ryan has been looking fit compared to what I've got, and Jimenez has been fantastic at that. So I think that is a key one personally. Brighton for myself, I put a couple of Brighton players in my team, which I've got. Duffy, because they've had a few game weeks, double game weeks. So Duffy is the one I would recommend from there. Possibly Dunk as well, who's a little bit cheaper. But
he is, but Duffy's stats are better.
Yeah. But just if you've not got the money for it, Valerie as well. I think Valerie definitely needs to come in.
Definitely
to
Southampton.
My life at some point, because he's 4.1 and banging it in.
He could even start for you. He'd be good bench for it at that price, but he's good enough to actually start. Yeah. The other, obviously, let's go through them. Then the ones I had down, who I was thinking of, City. I'm definitely thinking of triple up anyway. I currently have Aguero. Currently have Sterling. I'll probably keep them. And alongside them, I've been thinking Bernardo Silva.
Yeah. He's been. I had him at the start of the season, and then he didn't do anything, and he's been all right. I mean, he's not done.
I mean, because last week I remember saying that he gets the starts, but he doesn't return as often.
No.
But the theory now, as in I've been talking about double game weeks, is being a double-edged sword in how you're not getting every player playing twice. So maybe think of this double game week now as getting your third player as cover for one of the other two who might not play.
Yeah.
So that's my thinking there. Or you could go, the guarantee which I've got today is Edison in goal, who's going to play every game.
Yeah.
Laporte, he's playing today, but again, I don't think he played the last game.
City's defence is a really hard one to call as well.
Because everyone's back fit now as well.
Personally, for myself on that one, I need to triple up. I have none. So I need to triple.
Kane, I've been thinking about. We're going to see how he does tonight against Crystal Palace. If nothing happens, then it's too much, too expensive.
So damned expensive.
Yes.
It's like a seller if you haven't got him in at the start.
Yeah.
Like he gets to now, and I'm looking. Aguero's the one I'm probably going to bring in. But I'm looking and going, I really want Kane, but I can't. He's finding it hard to squeeze that extra 1.5-2 mil from out of nowhere.
True. Arsenal, I've been definitely going for Leno. My other backup keeper, so currently I have Fabianski and Patricio, so I'll be going Leno and Gunn of Southampton. He will be one of my Southampton players, Angus Gunn. Yeah, doing very well.
I prefer Billy. Wrestling thrown there.
Right, Billy Gunn, no idea. United, I'm not having any United players.
No,
I'm done with United.
You're a Liverpool fan, you've never been.
No, I was. I was there. I was on early on Pogba. You were
there ahead of me. I was bitter as anything towards Pogba, and I reluctantly got him in. Which is a real fucking. You think I'd be the other way around, wouldn't it? There's a Liverpool fan, you'd be like,
capitalise there.
Yeah, there's no Rashford. The only one, but then Lukaku played last night.
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, so that's my thoughts. Maybe we'll draft some teams. Next week we'll have our teams for you. Wolves, as you've mentioned, Jimenez, and possibly a couple of bench, maybe one bench defender, because I wouldn't really recommend Wolves' defence at the moment.
No.
Even the midfield, the likes of Moutinho is not doing great. He got an assist this week, but Jota is. Yeah, Neves has just fallen off the edge of the earth.
I've not heard his name for ages, to be honest.
God knows what's happened to him. Watford, who are playing Huddersfield away and then Southampton at home. Currently in my free hit team this week, I've got Deeney. I wanted to get Delafeu, but Decore has come right into form because he's actually being played further forward now. And Delafeu was actually dropped midway through that game. And Gray was brought up and they played a 4-4-2, so Deeney and Gray. And he's come out and said that he prefers to play alongside Andre Gray. So I think I'm considering Deeney and possibly Decore. I've not put the prices down on these. We'll show you the prices next week. I'll look them up.
I mean, Delafeu, I was always more a fan of De La Soul. But,
yes.
I think with this now, you've got to look at who's playing Fulham or Huddersfield, haven't you? And just think, well, if you want to just do one transfer a week, just bring a striker in or a midfielder who's playing against
Huddersfield,
Southampton might be a tricky game, but Deeney 5.9 against Huddersfield. There's got to be some return there.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, they scored yesterday for me. They scored 4 goals and he only got 1, which I was a bit disappointed.
I know, yeah. I thought when Steve and my brother had it in as well, and I was like, freaking only 1. It was ripping.
But hey, better than nothing. Southampton was spoken about. Ward-Prowse, Valerie, Angus Gunn. Anyone else at Southampton? I can't, not off the top of my head. No one obvious comes to mind.
No, they've had players that have done fits and spurts like Armstrong, Excel, did a bit for a few weeks ages ago, but they seem to have players that come into a little bit of form and then drip out. There's nobody.
And Brighton, maybe Duffy for the bench. I might go for him, but apart from that, I'm not really, don't really fancy Brighton, to be honest. Yeah.
No, South Coast is too far. Pebbly beaches. I mean, personally, I've already got Duffy in, so I'm going to keep him in. It depends how Spurs do in the new stadium, doesn't it? If it's a jinx for them, it might work out well.
But today, I mean, on the way in, I was listening to a bit of the Chelsea game, and they're just sitting back and they're inviting Chelsea on. They're not looking. I mean, maybe now it's changed that they went a goal down, but they're not looking adventurous at all. So I don't know. That's my thoughts anyway. Triple City, triple Liverpool it will be. So I'll have Trent, Robertson, and I'm going to take out Salah for Mane. Definitely no Chelsea. Definitely no United.
Incidentally, as we were talking earlier about playing the form and instead of the double, Mane, I did a team and I went, Liverpool, they're only playing once, but I couldn't avoid it.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
On that then, great segue.
Hey, we don't
plan any of this.
Just comes together.
We've got a few minutes left, so I'm going to run through all the form players as it stands whilst these last few games.
He is good to you, honestly.
32 are still going on, so take into account that I've not looked at the players, I've not taken their points into account yet. But for goalkeepers, stand out, head and shoulders, informed keeper of the day is Pickford at 4.9, who's got 35 points in the last 5 games.
Great too.
Yes. 35 points in the last 5. Yeah, he's doing great. Second equal, 27 points in the last 5 are Leno of Arsenal at 4.8 and Edison of City. So
yeah, I mean fixture-wise, Leno probably the one. Everton I would still be very, very wary of, but Leno might be the one to go for.
I mean Everton play 2 of the top 6 in the next 5 games. Arsenal don't play any. City play Spurs and United, obviously, yeah. Other than that, so 27, who's the next one down I'm going for is Angus Gunn, 26 points in the last 5, 4.3 million. He's going to be my second keeper, and he'll probably come in for one of those games. Southampton do have some easy games. Southampton only play one of the top 6 in the next 5, which is the Liverpool game in 33. So after that, they're no more top 6. Yeah. Defenders. Let's take a look at defenders. The obvious ones with defenders, to be fair. Robertson, 29 points last 5. Van Dijk, 33 in the last 5. Azpilicueta, 31 in the last 5, but I feel that's slightly skewed by the offside goal that he scored the other day. Trent, 33 in the last 5, so Liverpool defence
Liverpool defence, isn't it?
definitely there. Seamus Coleman, now here we go about Everton defence again. Seamus, famous Seamus, 36 in the last 5, and his compadre, Digne, 28 in the last 5. Yeah, so Everton defence looking good. And in the budget picks, budget players, who we're looking at, the good ones are all around 22 points in the last 5. So you've got the likes of Kolasinac of Arsenal, Keane of Everton, Duffy of Brighton, Bolly, Wolves, Schlupp, Crystal Palace.
Bolly Wolves.
But the standout one, as we've mentioned already, is Jan Valery of Southampton, 27 points in the last 5, only 4.1. You know, that's up there with the likes of Digne, and in better than Otamendi.
I think you're going to have to get him in quick after the Liverpool game, because that is my plan. Just because that price is going to rocket, I reckon.
Definitely. Running short on time, so I'm going to run through this quickly for you. In the midfield, Sterling, 46 in 5, Mane, 45 in 5, Sigurdsson, 37 in 5, Mkhitaryan, 32, but I wouldn't really, he's not guaranteed starts and he's injury prone, so I won't go for that one. Milivojevic, 32 in 5. Jota, 30 in 5, Tielemans, 31 in 5. And then even Babel's up there with 26, but I'm not going to push for that one.
You having a Babel?
JWP, Ward-Prowse of Southampton, 31 in 5. That is your midfielders, the pick of your midfielders. And the forwards, standout is, currently without even, taking into account the last game he played, Aguero, 43 in 5. Vardy is 39 in 5, he's the next one in form. And then some of the other budget ones, so if you compare, like I was saying, Lacazette, he's 31 in 5 for 9.3, and Vardy is 39 and he's got Huddersfield up next. Jimenez, 34, Zaha, 33, Deeney, 26, and Rondon, 25, both of whom just had dropped off in the last couple of games. But those are your pick of your strikers, so I mean, at the moment it's looking like Aguero and Vardy and Jimenez.
I'd be happy with that.
Looks like
very
a
happy with
good
that.
lineup, that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have a mess about after this blank game week 33. Going to have a mess about with some drafts, see who we can fit in, how it's looking, how much money we've got. Because it actually looks like we might have money left over to spare.
Yeah, this is the thing with downgrading, especially from the Anderson to Tielemans one that we're both going to do. I mean, that millions straight away there, and you're sitting your skyrocket, as they say. Yeah, we've not followed our advice, have we, these budget players?
We haven't.
We've done what we do, we need to listen to it back, mate. But the budget ones, for like the last 5-6 weeks, if not more, have been absolutely smashing it.
Yeah. So we'll leave it there. That's it for this week. Hopefully it's been informative and useful. We shall see you on the other side of blank game week 33 next week. Hope it goes well for you. Hope it goes better for us. Yes, otherwise enjoy your weekend. See you next week.
Cheers, guys.